to there.
Intro.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's now time for a KBRF video sports streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. The Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated. Fergus Falls Monument. Otter Tail Coaches. Fresh and Fancy at Mamashina's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugsted Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches Embroidery. Now let's head out for the pregame.
And a good evening. Welcome you to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, Lake Shirts Gymnasium here on the campus of Detroit Lakes High School. A little bit of light snow outside, but pretty decent traveling weather as we get ready for this section matchup and a Central Lakes Conference matchup tonight. The Fergus Falls Otters off to a good start, a 2-0 start as the Otters get set to take on the Detroit Lakes Lakers. They, like the Otters, lost a game due to the weather. Their game to begin the year Tuesday before Thanksgiving against Brainerd postponed due to the weather. They'll play that again on February 13th, much like the Otters lost a game with Wilmer that they will reschedule and have rescheduled coming up here later on in the season. But kind of a disjointed start schedule-wise because of the Thanksgiving holiday and that postponement game as well for the Otters as they, despite that, not playing your A game, and you don't expect to this early in the season. But if you can bank some wins and still work on getting better, you'll take it. As the Otters, a 70-59 win, their season opener, back a week before Thanksgiving, back on November the 20th. 70-59 win. Hattie Fullhart had a double-double in that one, 17 points and 16 rebounds. Carly Hurst with 18 points and 9 boards as well. Tuesday night, neither the Otters or the Sartell Sabres shot the ball particularly well, but they got it done. The Otters got it done from the free throw line, going 20 of 25 from the stripe. They're also plus 10 on the glass, 42-32, as they held the Sabres to 29% from the floor, and a 55-46 Fergus Falls win. And again, it was Hurst and Fullhart. Fullhart 15 points, 11 rebounds. Carly Hurst 15 points and 8 boards, and they also got double figures point-wise from Ruby Ellison. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Pretty solid stat line in that regard, and they got a win and a conference win. Certainly, you'll take them. You'll take them as much as you can get them here so far here in the season. Very early on as the Otters and the Detroit Lake Lakers getting things going here tonight. Detroit Lakes, as we mentioned, their game with Brainerd November 25th was pushed back due to the weather, so they open up the season with a 60-40 loss to Pequot Lakes on Tuesday night. They were held to 20 points in the first half. They were led by Marie Severson. She had 12 points, hit a couple of three-pointers. The Lakers were just 3 of 11 from the free throw stripe the other night, and compare that to the Otters and their win over Sartell, where they made their free throws going 20 of 25. Big difference in their win over the Sabres. As Otters trying to build on a 21-win season and a trip to the Section 8 AAA final, where they fell to Alexandria. Detroit Lakes 8 wins a year ago and lost twice to the Otters. We'll get to more on that as we continue on in our pregame report. But last year they opened up with losses to Sartell and also to Pequot Lakes, and then a pair of games over St. Cloud and Rocori. Then kind of had a rough stretch there where they ended the pre-Christmas part of their schedule with 3 straight losses. JV game, or the B Squad game, was a 1-point game. Detroit Lakes had a shot from just inside half court to make it a 1-point game, but the Otters were victorious in that one by a score of 47-46. We'll take a timeout. We will hear from Otters coach Josh Steer. Talk a little bit about that game on Tuesday night and what's to come tonight here with Detroit Lakes. It is the Lakers and the Otters tonight from the Lake Shirts Gymnasium. Good crowd assembled on this Friday night. We'll come back with more of a pregame report here at AM 1250 KBRF, and on the KBRF radio YouTube page. We'll hear from the head coach of the Otters after this.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Hi, back at the pregame, the Otters and Detroit Lakes tonight here at the Lake Shirts Gymnasium. Head coach Josh Steer joins us, and a win Tuesday over Sartell, a conference win, and it maybe wasn't a grade A performance for a lot of reasons, but you know what, December probably doesn't have to be.
Right, we talk about learning opportunities, and we talk about, when you win or when you lose, either way, you got to learn from it. And, when we can win and learn, that's a good combination. And we had plenty to learn from on Tuesday night. And really the first two games of the year, we've had a lot to look at because this was only our third game of the year. So as we start to see some of these mistakes that we're making on film, and we make some of these decisions, and we realize what works and what doesn't work, then we got to learn from them. So it's been a good first couple of weeks, and we've had a lot to look at.
Well, I'd imagine too, with Thanksgiving thrown in there, a long break in between, there's a lot of things that could probably lead to maybe being a little bit flat or just not being where you want to be.
Yeah, and I was not on the sideline on Tuesday night, and I think that makes a little bit of a difference, dealing with some family stuff. So I think that the girls, my coaching staff did a great job. They handled it really, really well, and but there's just a little bit of a different feel to it, I think, sometimes when the head coach is missing a little bit. But that break sure didn't help either. We had a snow out on Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving throws a weird schedule out there for us a little bit, and you go a long time without a game. But you control what you can control, and you work on the things you need to work on in practice, and hope it carries over to the games.
Well, Hattie, a couple of double-doubles here early on. That's certainly helped. What's been the biggest part of her game that's probably impressed you the most through two?
She just impresses me. Between her and Carly Hurst, they play with an energy and a motor that just doesn't quit, and they work, and they work so hard. And Hattie just does a great job on the offensive glass and the defensive side too. But her finishing around the rim has gotten a little bit better this year, and it'll continue to improve. But I tell you what, I'm just really impressed with how she attacks the rebounds and goes after it and has that mentality of I'm going to go get that ball.
Detroit Lakes, they had a game in against Pequot the other night. I guess the scouting report on the Lakers for tonight.
Yeah, when we saw them play Pequot, and it was a lot of zone. They played zone against Pequot. I don't know if they're going to come out and play zone again tonight, or if they're going to play man. So it goes back to kind of that early season mentality of we're gonna control and do the things that we do, and when we practice stuff, we practice zone offense, we practice zone defense, we practice some zone offense, but you're kind of ready for everything, and you're not really prepared as deep as you want to be in December, but that comes along with time too. So if they come out man or zone, I think that they're going to want to kind of play a slower paced game than we're going to want to play. So we're going to want to get up and get the tempo going in this one.
All right, appreciate it, Josh. Good luck tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
The 2025 model year closeout pricing has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have just a handful of new 2025 Chevy and Buick vehicles remaining, and all of them are at their lowest prices of the year. From the Chevy Blazer to the Buick Enclave, you won't want to miss out on these great deals. Contact the sales team for more information.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
All right, we're back at the Lake Shirts Gymnasium as the Detroit Lakes Lakers and the Fergus Falls Otters tonight as we continue on in our pregame report. Other girls' games tonight. First in the Central Lakes Conference, or in the CLC tonight. Alexandria is at Sartell. Also this evening, Sauk Rapids Rice is at Wilmer. Just some games there. And AA, some games in progress right now. Barnesville lead on Park Rapids, 65-36. About 4 minutes to go in the second. DGF is a lead late on Hawley. Final minute of play. And the Rebels lead the Nuggets by a score of 57-50. Girls basketball tonight as well. Ross Ada beating Climax Fisher by a score of 67-54. Monaga and Henning tonight in Monaga. Breckenridge is at Minnehaha Academy. And just some games there. Border West is hosting Underwood this evening as well, as we'll get to our starting lineups. Our starting lineups coming up in just a moment, presented by Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls, as we will take a pause, come back with the starting lineups and tip-off with the Lakers and the Otters tonight here in Newstalk 1250, KBRF, and also the KBRF YouTube page.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Quickly, our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups here tonight for the Otters. They'll go with Reese Keel at one guard, a 5'8 junior. Presley Warren, the other guard, a 5'8 sophomore. Forwards, number 4, Carly Hurst, a 5'11 junior. And Ruby Ellison, number 14, a 5'11 senior. And in the middle, Hattie Fullhart, number 30, a 5'9 senior. For the Detroit Lakes Lakers, who come in at 0-1, 8-19 a year ago. Sophia Karlgaard at one guard, a 5'7 freshman. Joined in the backcourt by number 4, J.C. Slipper, 5'5 junior. Forwards, number 3, Kylie Okeson, a 5'7 senior. Addison Spava, number 10 at forward, a 5'9 senior, and in the middle will be Ava Smith, a 6-foot junior. Otters in the road whites, maroon and gold lettering and trim. Detroit Lakes in the home reds with the white lettering and trim. Otters have it, and we are underway. Reese Keel, bounce pass goes out for Hurst. They'll reverse it left wing. Ellison now back out for Keel as Detroit Lakes, it's like a 2-3 zone to start. Skip pass cross court, Ellison, shot clock 16. Back out it goes for Keel. Keel fakes right, drops it left for Ellison. 3 is on the way, and Ellison buries it. So a quick start there and a 3-0 advantage for the Otters as Fergus Falls will press off the made shot. Slipper, backcourt pressure applied. Slipper wheels a pass to near midcourt. Karlgaard yet to cross the midcourt stripe. Now she does with about a second to spare. Just underway in this one, 3-0 in favor of Fergus Falls. Slipper now back out up top for Addison Spava. Spava heads right on the dribble on the handoff to Karlgaard. Good on-ball defense there by the Otters, and they do force a steal. Turnover there as down floor with it goes to Ellison. Kicks it back out, left wing three-pointer. It is off no good, and the rebound goes to Okeson. Steal there by Fullhart led to the transition opportunity that Fergus Falls could not cash in on. Karlgaard at the logo, center court. Spava, man-to-man defense by the Otters. Spava left wing at the three-point arc. Okeson, scoop shot with the left hand is up, no good. Ball deflected and loose. Loose in the short corner, and off a couple of sets of hands out of bounds, it'll belong to the Otters. 21 wins last year for Fergus Falls. Trip to the Section 8 3A final where they fell to Alexandria. Keel, 2-3 zone again. They extend out of that 2-3 zone. Hurst, they'll swing it around back up top for Presley Warren. Left wing catch there by Ellison. Over to the short corner for Hurst. Back high on the left side for Warren. 18 to shoot for Fergus Falls. Keel top of the key with it. Drops it right wing. Two-handed catch. Quick pass near corner for Hurst. Dribbles to the wing. Inside it goes for Fullhart. Kick out back up top. Head on 3 for Keel. Back tap and missed. Ball deflected and loose. Fullhart the offensive rebound. Shot clock resets to 20 and the Otters throw it away. First turnover for Fergus Falls there as pass over to the near corner was too tall for Carly Hurst. So inbounds in the near corner. Slipper in backcourt has used up her dribble quickly. Now Karlgaard, a speed dribble out of the 10-second call. Slipper, right wing, tries to enter it inside. They do. Shot inside, blocked. Ellison denying Ava Smith. Block shot there, and back come the Otters. Left to right, as we see it, and you see it or hear it, however you're tuned in tonight. Keel, right wing, gets cut off. Warren, cross-court feed. Hurst, open three-pointer. Off the front of the iron, no good, as they try to save it to the Otters, but into the hands of Spava. So after the 3 to start, both teams have, the well's been a little dry here for the next couple of minutes. We're nearly 3 minutes in, and it's 3-0 Fergus Falls. Front court with it, pass goes right wing, gathered in there by Slipper for Detroit Lakes. She'll stop just inside the arc, has used up her dribble, in trouble, pass out, caught Ava Smith. Threw it around the defender, Carly Hurst, as Smith will drive on Hurst, keeps her pivot foot, now spots up, shot no good, deflected out of bounds, it'll belong to the Otters. Substitution in, as it'll be number 33, Marion Martin, into the game for Detroit Lakes. She is a 5'8 senior, as out goes Addison Spala. Otters found scoreless here for about 2.5 minutes. Right wing 3, Ellison trying to change it, she does. Couple of threes for Ruby Ellison early on. She had double figures against Sartell the other night, and it's 6-0 Otters. All courtesy of Ruby Ellison. Could maybe more accurately say 6-0 Ellison. Pass over the double team. Carl Guard, they have numbers to the Lakers. Try to step through, Euro step, off balance, shot no good. As the ball wrestled free by Okeson. The Lakers will keep possession. Feed over to the corner for Carl Guard. Three-pointer is short, missed everything. Ellison the rebound. 3-on-2 if they hustle. Down floor for Keel. Keel to the right blocks. Absorbs the contact. It'll be called for the offensive foul. Foul's going to be on Keel. Was met by a pair of defenders once she reached the right blocks. Foul on Keel's her first and the first of the game. Rebound's taken here by Carl Guard. Make it Slipper. Slipper, backcourt pressure. She picks up her dribble. Now Carl Guard. Here's sideline. Stutter step dribble. Got to hurry. And 10 seconds is the call. Second Detroit Lakes turnover. Boy, she got that and wasn't moving forward. She kind of pretty much stood still. And didn't get it across the time stripe within the required 10 seconds. So sideline inbounds near side. Keel drops it for Ellison. Ellison, a left-handed dribble, gets around one defender. Pass batted away in the passing lane, but the Otters get it back. Fullhart, baseline drive, and overreach and a foul. Ava Smith will pick it up. It's her first. And that'll be the first of the game against Detroit Lakes. A little over 4 minutes into this opening half. 13:55 remaining on the Park Region scoreboard. It is a 6-0 advantage as Marie Sievertson, who had 12 points in their loss to Pequot Lakes on Tuesday night, number 23. 5'9 sophomore is into the lineup, as out will go J.C. Slipper. Inbounds Otters, left wing with it. Ruby Ellison. Keel back for Ellison. She's open. Deep three. Got another one. She's got the hat trick. 3 threes for Ellison. She has all the points. 9-0 Otters here on the Park Region scoreboard. Sievertson. Backcourt pressure applied by Carly Hurst. Sievertson far sideline and a timeout called. Timeout called by Detroit Lakes. I believe it'll be a short timeout, and it will be. Short timeout on the Park Region scoreboard. Ruby Ellison with all 9. Ellison to the Otters lead, 9-0.
The 2025 model year closeout pricing has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have just a handful of new 2025 Chevy and Buick vehicles remaining, and all of them are at their lowest prices of the year. From the Chevy Blazer to the Buick Enclave, you won't want to miss out on these great deals. Contact the sales team for more information.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Was a Lake Region Healthcare timeout, a 30 called there by Detroit Lakes. 9-0. Their timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare with locations serving all of west central Minnesota. Detroit Lakes is on the drive. Left-handed take by Okeson and a foul against Fergus Falls. Carly Hurst her first, second team foul against the Otters. 13:24 to play first half. And a hat trick. 3 threes for Ruby Ellison. She's the only player on the floor and has put one through the hoop. Actually a trio of threes. It's 9-0 inside for Ava Smith right at the inbound. Shot no good. Second chance is blocked. How about a third chance? She'll score. There the Lakers get on the board about 4:45 in to the first half. It's 9-2 in favor of the Otters. 2-3, almost a matchup zone look. Warren Ellison really pressuring the perimeter. Keel, lob out, not enough on that pass. Intercepted by Okeson. It's an Otters turnover as Okeson drives, head fake, shot off the glass, no good, and a foul will be on Reese Keel. Keel will pick up her second. That's the third foul of the half against Fergus Falls, and it will get Kylie Okeson to the free throw line to shoot a pair. As free throw number 1 is good. Substitution as back in will be J.C. Slipper to give Karlgaard a break. Otters will get a substitution. Keel to the bench with foul trouble at 12:58 to go here in the first half. On the Park Region scoreboard, Grace Black, 5'8" freshman, checks into the game. Free throw is missed, but there was contact inside. It'll be a loose ball foul against the Lakers. And Marion Martin, her first, second team foul against Detroit Lakes. Number 11, Maya Omberg, 5'7" seniors in the lineup. Kylie Okeson takes a seat for the Lakers. Otters front court with it. So Keel in foul trouble, so he will get the ninth grader in there. Grace Black has pass inside intercepted. So there by Smith. It's turnover number 3 for the Otters. Slipper, far side goes for Omberg. High on the far side, cross-court feed. Sievertson open for 3, wide right, no good. And trying to save it. Good hustle there, but Omberg unable to keep it in play, and it will belong to the Otters. So Black will handle things at the point. I imagine we'll get some help from Ellison if needed. Across the Laker logo comes the ninth grader Black. Near side, we have a foul away from the ball against Fergus Falls. I think they might get Hurst, and they do. Away from the ball, player control foul, so Hurst also picks up her second. So 2 starters, not quite 6 minutes into the first half, into foul trouble for the Otters. As Hurst set to check out, number 5, Elizabeth Clinert, 5'11" juniors in the lineup. As it will be J.C. Slipper to trigger in the inbounds. We had a little delay and a stoppage for whatever the case. 9-3 Otters with the lead. Fullhart will defend on the inbounds. The inbounds is off the hands of Detroit Lakes and Maya Omberg. That's a turnover. There was some contact there, which draws a few catcalls from the Laker crowd, but it will be Otter basketball. Sideline entry, far sideline. It'll be Ellison to trigger it in. Quickly finds Grace Black. Now for Fullhart. 2-3 zone. Trying to find a way to attack this is Ellison. Ellison drives to a cutting Presley Warren. Warren high on the right side. Feed over for Ellison to the corner. Shot clock at 5. Left-handed dribble. Works her way to the elbow. Down the paint. Shot is up. In and out. No good. Another board for Smith. Her third of the game by our numbers. Smith had a double-double in their loss at Pequot Lakes on Tuesday. She had 12 points in game high, team high, 13 rebounds. Sievertson, how about Omberg? Left to the key, we'll find Martin. Martin heads right on the dribble. Dribble handoff is taken there as Smith has it left wing for Slipper. Slipper takes a peek inside. 10 to shoot now for Detroit Lakes. She'll work her way top of the key with it. Pivots and finding free throw line. Omberg shot off the glass, no good. Rebound loose. Scramble forward in the paint. Down to the deck with it. Marion Martin in for Smith. Shot through traffic inside and good. Martin kept it alive. Good hustle and finding Smith. 5 straight, a staggered 5-0 run for Detroit Lakes. Otters lead 9-5. Fullhart on the drive and able to find a lane from the right wing and a foul called. She's not been able to get a lot of takes. That time from the right wing, able to find a lane. Martin picks up her second. That comes with 11:17 to play. And Fullhart, a pair of double-doubles to begin the season for the Otters, and the first toss is no good. For Detroit Lakes, Karlgaard and Spala back into the lineup to replace Martin and Marie Sievertson. 9-5 Fergus Falls on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region surface beyond the connection. Second free throw is missed. The offensive rebound goes to Ellison. The pass out and throw it away. Turnover is Slipper. Slipper free throw line has picked up her dribble. Now up top with it, Omberg. Omberg starts the dribble. Will switch defensively. Bounce pass left wing. Ball fake by Slipper. Slipper into the paint. It knocked free. Taken away by the Otters. Down floor with it on the run out. There's Ellison. Lays it up. Good for 2 more. Off the turnover. 2 passes and on the run out. Ellison and an uncontested layup. 11-5 as Ruby Ellison all 11 for the Otters. Lead back to 6. 10:43 and counting first half. Warren pass out. Caught high on the left side. Taken there by Omberg. Has a feed inside, trying to find Smith. She tried to get underneath left side and a turnover. It's number 5 now for Detroit Lakes. Grace Black front court now for the Otters. Walks it across the time stripe. 10.5 to play first half. High along the far sideline, Warren. Cross court feed. Reaching for it. Catch made by Ellison near corner for Grace Black. Black bounce pass out for Ellison. Top of the key, Clinner. Left wing, ball fake by Warren. Cross court feed, Black. Black knifes her way in, lays it up, and no good. Black is fouled. So Black will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair here for the Fergus Falls Otters. Hadley Brown checks into the game for Detroit Lakes, number 14, a 5'8 junior, giving Ava Smith a break. Shot clock resets to 20. 10-15 and counting here first half off the inbounds near corner. 3 is on the way from Ellison, no good. Apparently that was not a shooting foul. The foul's on Carl Guard, her first, 4th team foul, as we have a whistle and a foul. Lakers back on the other end with it, and a foul going to be assessed. Blocking foul assessed on Presley Warren, her first. Team foul 5 in the half against the Otters. Smith's break a quick one. Hadley Brown checks out. Team fouls here in the first half. 5 on the Otters and 4 for Detroit Lakes. Carl Guard triggers it in. Inbounds handle there by Spala. Hands it back to Carl Guard. Shot fake. Gets cut off. Now Spala right wing. Cross court feed. Omberg fakes a pass. Now coming to get it up top is Spala. Inside of 10 minutes to go first half. Dribble handoff turns into a give and go as the layup inside. Give and go executed by Spala, but missed the layup. She got the feed from Slipper. Ellison back for the Otters the other way. Pass wide and a turnover taken by Spala. 5th Otters turnover as Spala drives, gets caught underneath the basket. Tries to fire a pass inside for Smith, but taken by Ellison. And the Lakers give it right back. Fergus Falls back the other way with it. Fullhart, short corner to the blocks. A kick back out. Open. 3 is on the way and good. Presley Warren knocks down the 3. They cut off Fullhart. She fired back out and buried it. 4 threes for the Otters here in the F. Equals their biggest lead of 9 at 14-5. Nearly halfway through this first half. Slipper. Pass out, reaching for it, Smith. Fingertip catch. Works out between the circles. Drives to the 3-point arc. Pivots, turns, and finds Carl Guard. Carl Guard left wing. Now back between the circles. Spala, 9 to shoot. Dribble handoff, 3 is blocked. Second block for Ellison in the half, blocking Omberg's 3. Back come the Otters in transition. Fullhart, shot fake. Had it, lost it, trying to get it back in the paint. And taken back by Detroit Lakes. Omberg comes away with the loose ball inside. Feed for Carl Guard, catches, baseline drive, blocking foul. As Hattie Fullhart trying to cut her off. So the first on Fullhart, it will be the 6th of the half. Okeson checks in, likewise Hadley Brown for Detroit Lakes as Smith is out, and so is Omberg. Took the Lakers over 4.5 minutes to get their first points. 14-5, we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout called by Coach Steer, and we will pause. 8:42 to go first half. It is a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Otters lead 14-5. We're back in just a moment.
Lake Region Healthcare knows what all coaches know. It takes tons of teamwork, great amounts of grit, and heaps of hustle to triumph. Lake Region Healthcare, supporting and celebrating our high school athletes.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare with locations throughout the region. As our coverage here on the Park Region scoreboard, 14-5 in favor of the Otters. Stay tuned for our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Just around the corner, Minnesota Motor Company, South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. On the drive, Carl Guard, left blocks, picks up her dribble. Stopped there by Fullhart. Inside, Okeson steps through. Shot is up, no good. Deflected and out of bounds. It will stay with the Lakers. Running Stitches is the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That is Running Stitches Embroidery. Ruby Ellison 11 points. Presley Warren the other 3. So 2 leading scorers for the Otters early on. Shot inside, blocked. And loose ball's picked up by Elizabeth Clinard. Back comes Detroit Lakes with it. Right wing is 22, Savannah Lee, 5'6" seniors in the matchup. Back for Fullhart. Shows open. Tries a 3. Front iron, no good. And the rebound to Carl Gard, her first. Carl Gard front court with it. Picks up her dribble. They'll swing it around baseline. Open. Okeson from 17 short. And the rebound to Fergus Falls. Presley Warren, her first rebound. Otters, if they hustle, have numbers. 5-on-4. Pass into a crowded paint. Black was open, but had to try and get it around and through a pair of defenders. Out of bounds, it'll be Otter basketball. But both Fullhart and Hurst, 2 leading scorers, have come up empty so far for a little over 10 minutes, but the Otters still lead by 9. Fullhart near corner. 2-3 Detroit Lakes zone. Cross-court feed deflected by Okeson, but kept alive by Black now for Savannah Lee. Lee to the top of the key. Feed inside for Fullhart. Catches high post. Drives inside. Left-handed layup high off the window. And good. Fullhart has her first points. A little over 10 minutes into this first half. Double-digit lead for the first time for the Otters at 16-5 on the Park Region scoreboard. Carl Gard near side. Cross-court feed caught by Okeson. Okeson to left-handed dribble. Into the paint. Stops. Looks for help. And will find Spaba. Spaba up top. Shot clock 20. They try the dribble handoff. There's contact and Fullhart rips the ball free. Turnover. Detroit Lakes. 3-on-3 now for the Otters. Inside for Black. Black kicks it back out. Open three-pointer. 20-footer for Warren. Is off the front iron. No good. Slipper her first rebound. Back comes Detroit Lakes. Long feed down floor. Carl Gard. Head fake. Feed over wide of Okeson. And a turnover. Number 8 for Detroit Lakes. 8 turnovers, 5 points so far in the first half as substitutions in for the Lakers as well, with another timeout. Timeout called by the Lakers as it will be a full, and we will pause. It is another Lake Region Healthcare timeout. 7:09 first half on the Park Region scoreboard. It is the Otters 16, Detroit Lakes 5. We're back in just a moment.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare. 16-5. There you see closer look at that score. 7:09 to go first half. Detroit Lakes led by 4 points, 3 rebounds from Ava Smith. 5 for the Otters. Ruby Ellison, Grace Black, along with Hattie Fullhart. Ella Black, 5'8" junior in for the first time, and Savannah Lee. On the drive, Black as shot is up. And a foul called. And you see that take there on the drive. And getting to the free throw line will be Grace Black to shoot a pair, and free throws miss. So the Otters 0 of 3 from the line early. Well, the story of this one, Ruby Ellison, 11 points. She had the first 11 for the Otters, the first 9 of the game for either team. Second free throw is missed as well. Rebound, trying to get the rebound was Ruby Ellison. Contact and out of bounds. And last touch by Detroit Lakes, or is it? Officials are going to talk it over. It looked like the Otters touched it last, but was there some contact there as well? Which led maybe it being last touched by the Lakers. And apparently it is. Otter ball. Inside it goes for Ellison in the paint and got fouled. Where they tried to kind of put her in jail there. She got double teamed and trying to make the sideline an extra defender. Foul's going to be in Marie Severson, her first. Team foul 5 of the half against Detroit Lakes. Inbounds Otters. Grace Black triggers it in. Right wing Ellison back for Grace Black. Open. Corner 3 coming. And good. Grace Black knocks down the 3. It's the 5th three for the Otters, and it's now 19-5. That lead grows to 14. As you take a look at Black's three there. Right wing, Okeson. Okeson, a left-handed dribble, works her way up top. Good on-ball defense there by Black. She'll drive inside, steps through, shot off the glass, no good. Follows her miss. Okeson, second rebound, kick out. Three is on the way. That one is short, and the rebound goes to Black. Grace Black, her first rebound. Black back the other way with it. On the drive, veers to the left blocks. Back out it goes. Now Ellison, right wing, open. Savannah Lee, her turn at a three. That's long, no good. Rebound number 3 for Okeson. 6-10 and counting first half as Karlgaard up top, toe on the three-point arc, 19-footer, no good. Scramble for that loose ball out of bounds, and it will belong to the Otters. Stick around, we'll have our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Just around the corner here on News Talk 1250, KBRF, on the Fergus Now app, fergusnow.com, and of course, the video stream as well. KBRF Radio on YouTube. Quick and easy to find us. To the free throw line with it comes Fullhart. Now up top with it, Black. Ella Black now finds Grace Black. Shot clock 20. On the drive, Ellison. Fullhart thinks about a three. Now puts it to the floor. Coming through Black, she'll drift off to the corner. Fullhart, hesitation drive. Back out, three is on the way. Ella Black will try it. It's no good. And Ava Smith, her fourth rebound. 5.5 to play first half. The Lakers been stuck on 5 for a while. 19-5 Otters, pass knocked away. Fullhart bats it away, intended for Kylie Okeson and out of bounds. Maya Omberg checks in. They'll give Fullhart a breather. Again, Reese Keel and Carly Hurst on the bench, 2 fouls each. Keel's sat for 7.5 minutes, and Carly Hurst for about 7. She went to the bench with 12:26 to go in the first half. 19-5 Fergus Falls. Karlgaard extinguishes the dribble, left wing for Smith. Ball fake by Smith, now back out up top for Marion Martin. Martin lob out, right wing. Fingertip catch by Karlgaard. Cross-court feed, Okeson. Okeson will attack, left block, steps through and scores. Okeson puts it up and in. It's now 19-7. Yeah, cross-court feed. She was able to get a step on her defender as Presley Warren kind of landed awkwardly, and she's got a little hitch in her giddy-up as she's trying to walk it off away from the Otter bench. Clinard back in for Fergus Falls, so hopefully nothing too serious. It's like assistant coach Nick Keel's going to go check on Presley Warren. 19-7, Otters lead by 12 on the Park Region scoreboard as Ella Black back the other way for the Otters, stops up top. High on the left side for Ruby Ellison. Ellison has it stripped, taken away. It's a turnover. And it's back the other way with it. It's Karlgaard hustling back to knock it free. Black claiming she was able to bat it off of Sophia Karlgaard, but the officials aren't buying what she's selling on that. It'll be Detroit Lakes basketball with Smith underneath the basket to deliver it in. Smith looks. Takes another peek, high on the right side, Karlgaard. Inside back to Smith, flashing for it, now spots up. And the shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound number 3 for Ellison. Down floor, right wing. Gathered in there by Clinard. Back out Ellison, another 3, she's got it! Another 3 for Ellison, her 4th, 22-7 in favor of the Otters. Take a peek at that on the replay there as she got the return feed and buried the 20-footer right side. She has 14 of the 22 first half points and a reach and a foul against the Otters, and Ella Black trying to poke the ball away from Okeson. That is the 17th foul, so the 1-and-1 bonus into play now for Detroit Lakes with 4:16 to play in the first half. So one of the bonus for Kylie Okeson, 1 of 2 from the stripe, and talked about on the pregame, 3 of 11 with the Lakers from the free throw line against Pequot Lakes the other night. Went 0 of 5 in the first half. First toss is good. Just 2 Lakers have scored here in the first half. Ava Smith, 4 points, 4 rebounds, and that the 4th point for Kylie Okeson to go with 3 boards. Second toss, back tab, missed it, but a whistle and a foul going to be away from the ball against Detroit Lakes. So Ava Smith picks up her second. That is the 7th of the half, so each team now reaching the 1-and-1 bonus. So Smith with 4:16 left into the bonus. Free throws coming at the other end, so Smith is out. Marion Martin into the game for Detroit Lakes, joining Carl Guard, J.C. Slipper, Marie Sievertson, and Addison Spalla. Free throws coming. Toss is no good from Clinard, as Clinard misses the front end of the 1-and-1. The Otters are 0 of 5 from the line. Lakers back the other way with it. Calling for it, right wing Slipper. Slipper, hesitation dribble, picks up her dribble up top for Spalla. Spalla heads left, hand off Carl Guard. Carl Guard, free throw line, trying to back down her defender. Pivots, keeps the pivot foot. Returns it back out. Martin, left-handed take, left of the paint, gets to the block. Shot is rejected. Third block for Ruby Ellison of the half. Hasn't been much she hasn't done here in the first half. Ellison to the corner, stepping back. It's a three for Grace Black and short. And the rebound snatched away by Sievertson. Sievertson surrounded by a pair of Otters. Taken away by Clinard. Oh, they're going to call foul. As we have a whistle and a foul. Going to be on Clinard, her first. As it'll be free throws at the other end. Boy, it looked like they were going to pick her clean. Girls basketball, halftime score. Hillcrest Comets leads Battle Lake. Comets lead 40-10 at halftime. 1-and-1 here. Free throw is good. As Sievertson knocks down the free throw. 22-9. Lead 13 for the Otters on the Park Region scoreboard. Sievertson 12 points. Hit a couple of threes at Pequot Lakes on Tuesday. And the second toss is good. 22-10. Otters by 12 on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection. Grace Black with it, left wing open. Three is on the way for Clinard. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound juggled, but handled in by Sievertson. Sievertson front court with it. 3:23 to play. Sievertson feed over to the far corner. Quick trigger three for Slipper. He is off the front iron, no good. Ball loose. Battle for it. Diving after it Martin, but landed out of bounds with it. It'll belong to the Otters. Good hustle though. Fullhart back in for Savannah Lee. Reset for the Otters. It is Ella Black, Elizabeth Clinard, Hattie Fullhart. Ninth grader Grace Black has logged a lot of minutes at the point. They'll go double high in the high post for the Otters. Ellison, the reverse left wing for Black. Ella for Grace. Grace back towards the free throw line for Fullhart between the circles. Fullhart up top, got to the three-point arc and got cut off there by Sievertson. Feed inside up the hands of Fullhart, intercepted by Carl Guard. Turnover number 8 for the Otters. 2:48 to play. Here's a three left side by Sievertson, around and off. Rebound Clinard for the Otters. And now taken there by Ruby Ellison. Ellison quickly near sideline of the corner. Gathered in by Ella Black. Feed. Grace Black catches between the circles. Quickly Fullhart, left wing. Inside for Clinard. Picks it up on the high post. Drives inside. Puts it up. Score it. And a foul. It didn't look clean to start, but boy, the result just fine for the Otters. Trying to get that through traffic. And a chance of the three-point play. The foul. Slipper will pick up her first. There you see she was able to maneuver in between a pair of defenders if you're seeing the replay. As the foul assessed on Slipper. That is the 8th team foul of the half. Free throw is good. So the old-fashioned three-point play for Clinard. The Otters lead is 15. 25-10 Fergus Falls on the Park Region scoreboard. Stay tuned for the Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. It'll be here before you know it on Newstalk 1250 KBRF and on the KBRF radio YouTube page. Cut off short corner is Omberg for Detroit Lakes. Cross court feed, left wing open three. Slipper got it. Slipper knocks down the triple. First three of the game for Detroit Lakes is 25-13. Black. Ellis three is up. That one short and an air ball and out of bounds. It'll belong to Detroit Lakes. Slipper able to get that cross-court feed. A closeout from Fullhart just a split second late, and the lead is 12. Now for the Otters at 25-13. Between the circles with it. Taken there by J.C. Slipper. High on the right side. Pass fake there by Maya Omberg. Low, but able to dig it out down to an E. Sophia Carl Guard. Bounce pass wide. And checked out with Slipper for Carl Guard. And thrown away. Turnover number 9 for Detroit Lakes. Clinard is Keel back in. She was on the bench for just over 11 minutes. Back in with 2 fouls. Reese Keel between the circles, high on the right side for Ellison. Now between the circles, Fullhard playing catch out in the perimeter. Black as they come up high to defend to Detroit Lakes. Keel, Fullhard, right wing, left-handed take, just inside the foul line. Kick out, back it goes for Savannah Lee, drops it in the corner. Black, Fullhard, drives inside, contact, lost the ball, and taken by Detroit Lakes. Turnover Otters. Back out right wing, ball fake, Omberg, Maya Omberg, right of the paint, a kick out, up top, Carl guards 3. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound, Ellison tried to save it, tried to bat it into play, but couldn't keep it in play. She was kind of trying to redirect the ball back into play for Reese Keel. She was the closest Otter there. Out of bounds, it'll go back to Detroit Lakes. Omberg's out. Okeson, sideline entry near sideline. Slipper to the left box. Back out for Carl Guard. Final minute of play first half. Back out left wing. Martin to the free throw line. Sends it right wing. On the drive, short corner. Okeson backs her way in. Spin, shot inside, no. Rebound goes to Ellison. Ruby Ellison, her 4th rebound. For Keel, bobbles it. Can't pick it up, free throw circle. It's still loose. Ellison trying to force a jump ball. We've got a whistle. And what do we have? It's going to be a foul on Ruby Ellison of the Otters. She was trying to force a jump ball and might have got a little too much body on that. It's the 19th foul against the Otters here in the half, so one of the bonus coming. Hadley Brown and Maya Omberg in for the Lakers to replace Martin and Carl Guard. 35.9 seconds to go first half. One of the bonus for Okeson. Toss is good. She is 3 of 5 from the line, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 25-14 Otters. Here on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. And toss is missed, but offensive rebound. A shot inside, blocked. Another block for Ellison. I have her for 4 block shots. Another shot by the Lakers, no good. We have a jump ball. Tied up there, Savannah Lee tied up, looked like Okeson. And possession light belongs to Detroit Lakes. So Carl Guard and Ava Smith in for the Lakers. Out will go Omberg and Hadley Brown. 25.4 seconds to go here in the half. Clinert. And looks like Grace Black into the game for the Otters. 25.4 seconds left. 13 to shoot. Pass was deflected by Black. She was face guarding the defender, so she didn't see the ball coming, but it went off her, kind of sailed past her here, off her fingers, not out of bounds. So Keel out. Ella Black checks in, so they get Keel out to avoid the 3rd foul before halftime. Shot clock at 11. Inbounds near sideline. Now the pass grabbed free throw line by Keel, or check that layup inside. Okeson missed it. Smith offensive rebound. Had it knocked free. Picked up. And the Otters will get a chance for the final shot. Left wing with it. Clinert into the paint. Back out for Black. Right side. 3-pointer. Spins off no good. The board to Spala. 1 second left as the desperation feed from 3/4 court is short. And that's how the first half will come to a close. There you see the score going in to halftime as the Otters led by as many as 15 in the first half. Led by Ruby Ellison with 14 points. It is a 25-14 advantage as 25-14 lead for the Otters here at halftime. Stay tuned. We'll get to our halftime report. Halftime show presented to you by Minnesota Motor Company. We'll take a break. Be back with more in just a moment.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe, with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
Halftime report. Our halftime report presented by Minnesota Motor Company on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. mnmotorco.com is their website. You can check out the 25s. They'd like to get those 25s off the lot to make room for the 2026 vehicles. And, of course, you can check out the inventory, their specials, and much more at your convenience at mnmotorco.com. That's Minnesota Motor Company. You'll love the way they do business on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. 25-14. Again, girls basketball score. The Hillcrest Comets leading Battle Lake is 40-10. At halftime, Jason Retzloff with the call on that game tonight. That is on KJ Country 96.5. And also that being web streamed on the KBRF radio YouTube page. Brad Anderson with you. It's 25-14. The Otters lead, and I guess a fast start. And you think about if you would tell an Otter fan that your two leading scorers, Hattie Fullhart and Carly Hurst, had combined for 2 points, and the Otters are still up double figures, I'm not sure they would be buying what you're selling, but that was the case. Hurst got into foul trouble, was not really a factor in the first half of play, and Fullhart had a tough time getting takes as the Otters had a tough time kind of trying to figure out that zone, 2-3, kind of a matchup zone at times for Detroit Lakes. So opportunities to try and get low post looks, trying to attack off the dribble, were honestly few and far between in that first half of play. But Ruby Ellison really did it on both ends of the floor. 14 points. She had the first 9 points of the game on 3 3-pointers. She had the first 11 for the Otters. Finishes with 14 in the first half. 4 rebounds, 4 block shots is what we had her for in the first half of play. 3 points for Grace Black on a 3-pointer as the 9th grader with Reese Keel getting into foul trouble. The 9th grader Grace Black played significant minutes at point guard and held her own just fine. Knocked down a 3. Presley Warren had a 3-pointer as well, but did leave the game. Kind of came up lame on a loose ball and did not return. She went to the bench with about 6-7 minutes to go in the first half and did not return. So hopefully we'll see her before the half is over. Presley Warren, 3-pointers and a 3. Elizabeth Clinard, 3-point play late in the half and 2 points for Hattie Fullhart. That's your first half totals. 25 for the Otters. 1 of 6 was Fergus Falls from the free throw line. Clinard 1 of 2. They missed their first 5 from the stripe. 0 of 2 for Grace Black and Hattie Fullhart. 0 of 2 in this first half. So 1 of 6 from the stripe. 9 turnovers for Fergus Falls. They were whistled for 19 fouls in the half. Reese Keel and Carly Hurst each had 2. Keel picked up her second with 12:58 to go in the half and did not return until the final 2 minutes. She sat for about 11 minutes. Hurst did not return after her second personal foul, which came with 12:26 to go in the first half of play. 1 foul each for Elizabeth Clinard, Presley Warren, Ruby Ellison, Ella Black, and Hattie Fullhart for the Otters. 4 rebounds for Ellison to lead the Otters on the glass, and as we mentioned, 9 turnovers. For Detroit Lakes, they went scoreless for nearly the first 5 minutes of the game as they were led in the first half by Kylie Okeson, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Ava Smith, 4 points, 5 boards, 2 points and a couple of free throws for Marie Sievertson, and 3 and a three-pointer for J.C. Slipper. And there's your first half numbers. 14 for Detroit Lakes. They were 5 of 8 from the free throw line, as Okeson went 3 for 6, Sievertson 2 of 2. Team fouls have the Lakers for 8 in the first half. 2 for Ava Smith and Marion Martin, 1 for Sophia Karlgaard, 1 as well for Kylie Okeson, 1 for J.C. Slipper, and 1 for Marie Sievertson. Leading rebounder Smith with 5, Okeson with 3. 10 first half turnovers for Detroit Lakes. Otters never trailed, so they got the first 11 points of the game, including 3 threes to start the game from Ruby Ellison. It gave the Otters a 9-0 lead. 15 has been their biggest lead. Stands at 11 right now. 25-14 in favor of Fergus Falls. In our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. We're back with more in just a moment.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Between muddy roads and dusty drives, your car takes a beating. Keep it shining with an unlimited car wash membership at Splash Express. Upgrade to the Platinum for a rust inhibitor, hot wax, and ceramic coating in one bundle. Stop by Splash Express next to Premier Meats in Fergus Falls.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Just about ready to get the second half underway, as it'll put the wraps on our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor Company, you'll like the way they do business. Check out their website at mnmotorco.com. That's Minnesota Motor Company, South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. Look at the scoreboard. Girls basketball, early second half. Alexandria leads Sartell 36-27. Elsewhere in the scoreboard in the area, Frazee over Staples Motley tonight. Girls hoops 72-31. Pelican Rapids defeated Perham 67-59. Barnesville had a big lead on Park Rapids at last look, 65-36 in the second half. DGF beat Hawley 59-50. Monaga over Henning in girls hoops tonight, 86-36. And again, Hillcrest led Battle Lake at last look 40-10. Underwood halftime at Wheaton 22-19. They lead Border West in girls basketball action. Otters the Comets 40-10 with the lead over Battle Lake. It'll be Fergus Falls ball. Start the second half. It'll be Keel along with Hurst, Ellison, Fullhart. And it is Presley Warren, so good to see her back in the lineup. Starting five in there to begin the game. Keel double teamed, and they picked her clean. Stolen there by Okeson. So turnover number 10 for the Otters. Lob inside, caught by Ava Smith in traffic. Got tangled up. Fullhart ended up on the deck, and a push and a foul inside will be against Fergus Falls. Number 2 on Fullhart, and that is first of the second half. Smith inside, turnaround shot is up, no good. And Reese Keel, her first rebound. Keel was limited to about 6 minutes in the first half because of foul trouble, as driving inside Hurst. Stolen, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Otters. They lay up inside for Carlgard to the other end, no good. Rebound number 5 for Ruby Ellison. Long down floor with it, Hurst catches short corner, return feed wide of Ellison. Knocked away, loose, kept alive by J.C. Slipper and stolen by Okeson. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for the Otters here, and a shaky start to the second half in the opening minute. 25-14 Fergus Falls, a little over a minute into the second half. Slipper left wing, right-handed dribble around the defender free throw circle. Hooks a pass right wing for Carlgard. Carlgard, a left-handed dribble, trying to back her down to the right block's turn. Shot off the bottom of the basket, no good. Keel there for the rebound for Fergus Falls. Reese Keel front court, drops it off. Ruby Ellison. Ellison got a step on her defender with a left-handed dribble. Take into the paint and a hand check and a foul called against Detroit Lakes. Slipper will pick up her second. That is the first of the second half. As far as foul trouble, Slipper with 2, Martin and Smith with 2 as well for the Lakers. First team foul second half against Detroit Lakes. Keel in the far corner with it. Back to the right wing, lob out, Fullhart. Catches up top, Hurst to the corner. Extra pass and a 3 for Presley Warren is up and no good. Rebound taken there by Detroit Lakes. Spallo the board. And Slipper comes front court with it. Lakers down 11. And again, they went through a couple of long droughts. One to begin the game and one kind of through the middle of the first half where they just didn't score. Carlgard works her way into the paint. Couple of steps inside the free throw line. Here's a drive to the left blocks. Okeson turns, left-handed, flat-footed shot, no good. Weak side board. Spalla in blocked. Blocked there by Reese Keel and out of bounds. Spalla got the rebound and tried to quickly put it back up underneath, but denied by Keel. Martin checks in, and Spalla takes a seat for the Lakers. Looking for her first points of the second half. Inside, now falling away. Shot inside, no good from Smith. Third rebound of the half for Reese Keel. Back come the Otters right wing. Ellison right wing. Now back up top for Hurst. Drops it left wing. Ball fake. Presley Warren. Warren back between the circles for Keel. One-handed pass, able to push a pass for Ellison. Back for Keel between the circles. They reverse it left side to Warren. High ball screen set by Fullhart. Pick and roll. Inside Fullhart. Left-handed layup, no. And the rebound taken by Slipper. Slipper's third rebound, they'll come near side with the Lakers. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Still 25-14 Fergus Falls. Here's Spalla on the drive. Got a step on Presley Warren and a foul called. So Warren will pick up her second of the half against the Otters. There you see she got a step on her and tried to put up that shot. Free throw is short by Slipper. 5 of 9 are the Lakers from the free throw line. Sievertson in to replace the 9th grader Sophia Carlgard for Detroit Lakes. And the free throw good. 1 of 2 from the stripe. And first points of the second half for either team. A little over 2.5 minutes in. Otters lead 25-15 on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. Warren on the drive, puts it up off the glass. It's good. And a foul. Warren a chance for the three-point play. There you see, got a step on her defender, and the help defense arrived into the paint. Foul on Okeson is her first. Free throw good. Three-point play completed for Presley Warren. She has 6. 13 the lead for the Otters at 28-15 on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. Slipper finds Okeson top of the key. The Otters will go, it's like man-to-man defensively. Smith catches up high. Now to the free throw line. Ball fake by Martin. Inside, try to get the post entry look for Smith. Deflected, they'll try it again. Catches through traffic. Shot inside, no good. And rebound number 6 for Ruby Ellison tonight. Long down floor, Hurst. Hurst surrounded by a pair of defenders. Drops it back out. There's Ellison. There's a 3. It is in and out, no good. Fullhart, offensive rebound. Muscles her way in and scores. Fullhart, an offensive rebound. Be able to put that one back up and in. That'll be a short timeout. It's a 30-second timeout as take a look at the replay on that on the video side. And there you see Fullhart. Boy, she just put her shoulder right into the Detroit Lakes defender and able to just kind of bulldog her way in and score. We'll keep it here with the Lake Region Healthcare timeout. 30-15, lead back to 15 for the Otters on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. As our basketball coverage presented to you by FM Bank, also brought to you by Running Stitches Embroidery. They are the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That's Running Stitches Embroidery. Stick around for a postgame of our Quality Player of the Game, presented to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics, 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027. 30-15 Otters, 14:27 and counting as we come back from the timeout. Here's an Okeson 3 right wing, front iron no. Fullhart had inside position, couldn't get the rebounds, grabbed by Spava. The pass trying to get out of the paint and intercepted. First Fergus or Detroit Lakes turnover. Fullhart for the Otters. And a back down her defender. Help defense arrive short corner. Now Keel laterals her way back to the top of the key. Ellison high along the far sideline. Hooks a pass over to the corner. Warren the catch. Ball knocked free, but reaching a foul called. Got the Lakers kind of chasing around defensively. And the foul will be on Okeson. Third of the half, number 2 on Kylie Okeson. Reese Keel will trigger in the inbounds. Adjacent to the Otters basket. Keel inside, catching Hurst and scores. Carly Hurst, again, limited because of foul trouble. Right off the set, inbounds, able to put it up and in. 32-15. Biggest lead for the Otters is 17. Okeson high on the left side. Lob out as mistiming her jump, but Martin able to retrieve it out near midcourt. Lob inside. Too tall for Spala and a turnover. Go back to the previous possession there where Keel able to find Hurst, who came in kind of from the high post area and able to find a lane and score off the layup. Keel inside. They get the look again on a basket cut by Ellison. Fullhart gets the offensive rebound, sends it back out. Ellison, the catch, the 3, short. Off the front iron. Siebertson, her 3rd rebound for Detroit Lakes. 13-14 in rolling second half. 32-15 in favor of the Otters. As trying to drive, stepping through. The shot is good for Sophia Karlgaard. And has a chance for the 3-point play. Foul called. So the and one opportunity is the fouls on Keel. Her 3rd with 13:09 to go. As Warren will be replaced by Grace Black in the lineup for the Otters. Karlgaard's first point and rattles home the free throw. 3-point play completed. The Otter lead 14. Fergus Falls 32 and Detroit Lakes 18 on the Park Region scoreboard. On the drive to the short corner, feed over to the corner. Black catching, firing for 3. Front iron no good. Ball tipped and loose, and finally good inside position, and Marion Martin her 2nd rebound. Long down floor, over the shoulder catch. Okeson trying to step through and scores. 32-20. Okeson, first points of the second half. She has 7 for the game. 12:38 to go second half. Carly Hurst to the corner, taken there by Black. Back up top, Keel. Rips Corden a 3. Front iron no good. Fullhart battles for the rebound, and she and Martin hit the deck hard as they have to get untangled from one another. Whistle and a jump ball. Are they going to call a foul? Yeah, it is a jump ball. Possession light will favor the Lakers. So a quick little 5-0 spurt by Detroit Lakes has cut the lead down to 12 at 32-20. Inbounds taken there by Audrey Hookgraber. 5'7" junior in the lineup for Detroit Lakes. Lob down floor and the layup good for Smith. Got the pass over the top. It's a 7-0 run now by the Lakers. They cut it to 10, 32-22 on the Park Region scoreboard. Black with it up top. Couple of dribbles with the left hand. Hurst now finds Fullhart. Back out between the circles. Catch there by Grace Black. Poked away. Keel gets it back near sideline front court. Still 17 to shoot for Fergus Falls. Dribble handoff as they run the weave. Here's Hurst. Hurst up top. Spots up. Three-pointer deep. Rebound comes long. Huck Graber the rebound. 7-0 run, and the Lakers can get it down to single digits. Inside for Ava Smith. Turns and scores. Got the post entry look. Able to back down the defender. And the lob, and the catch, and the layup. 9-0 run. 32-24. The Otter lead is down to 8. 11.5 to play here in regulation time. Fullhart up high. Drops it left wing. Catch made there by Black. Black chased defensively by Karlgaard. Help defense arrives at the free throw line. Keel, left side Fullhart. Extra pass, open. There's Ellison. There's a three. It's in and out. Rebound goes to Marion Martin, her third. Open look for Ellison that rimmed out. Here's Karlgaard. Left wing, Okeson. Entry pass intended for Martin. Tipped away. She'll get it back. Lob into the paint. Intercepted. Turnover Detroit Lakes as the steal goes to Carly Hurst. Left wing with it, Keel. Hurst calling for it. Down the paint she goes. Makes the catch. Goes into Ava Smith and a foul called. Sent the ball to the right wing. Was able to catch down the paint. And drew the foul. Smith picks up her third. 10:58 to go here in regulation time. Carly Hurst. First free throw attempt of the game, and it is good. Clinard in, Keel out with 10:58 to go. Hurst, 18 points, 9 rebounds in the season opening win over the Moorhead Spuds. Free throw is good. 34-24, and a timeout called by the Otters. We'll pause. Short timeout. We'll break anyway. 10:58 to go second half. It's a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. 34-24 in favor of the Otters. Back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
10:58 to go. Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare. Lake Region Healthcare with locations throughout west central Minnesota. 34-24. 9-0 run. Here's a pass down floor in the run out. Karlgaard got behind the defense and scores. She ran out and they lost her. Right off the inbounds, and it's a 34-26 Fergus Falls advantage. Grace Black high on the right side of the wing for Ellison. Now Clinard, left wing, Fullhart. Ball fake, takes a peek inside, now puts it to the floor. Stepping out is Ellison. Detroit Lakes 2-3 zone is on the drive. Fullhart into the paint, tries to step through, Euro step, and scores. 6 for Fullhart, able to keep that pivot foot, stepping through, little Euro step and scoring. 10-point game, 36-26 Otters. Ava Smith, they break the press. It wasn't smooth, but they got it done. Pass tip, loose ball, scooped up by Fullhart. Media gets tied up, but taken back by Karlgaard. Karlgaard weaves her way through defenders, and she'll lay it in. Turnovers each way as Fullhart was trying to clear that ball. There's a pass down floor for Clinard. There's contact. There's going to be a push and a foul. Detroit Lakes has got tangled up with Marion Martin. It was not a full-fledged collision, but there was some contact there and a foul called. Number 3 on Martin, so Martin and Smith, 3 fouls each for the Lakers. 5 team fouls on Detroit Lakes. 9:57 remaining here in the second half, and it's 36-28 Fergus Falls. Inbounds. Left-handed dribble, Ellison to the elbow. Now Clinard. Clinard, pass out, getting a hand of the passing lane, Karlgaard. They've been much more active in this zone, moving around a little bit better, have the Lakers here in the second half. 14 to shoot. Presley Warren in. Hattie Fullhart is out of the lineup. 6 points, 3 rebounds for Fullhart after a pair of double-doubles to begin the season. As the Otters looking to get to a 3-0 start. Ellison, defender, went down, and the three is good. Ellison, the defender, went down and Hookgraber and left her wide open, and she buried the triple. 39-28. Otters lead by 11 on the Park Region scoreboard. Nice job on the press break. Hookgraber, right wing, waiting for it. Martin down the baseline. Shot, runner, no. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lakers. Karlgaard will trigger it in. She has 7 second-half points. Ava Smith, 8 points, 5 rebounds. 7 for Okeson, 7 for Karlgaard to lead Detroit Lakes. To the left wing, Hookgraber. Karlgaard heads left on the dribble. Cut off near the short corner. Martin left of the paint. Stops. 10-footer is no good. And Klinner at the board for the Otters. 9:13 to play second half. Pass right side. Just beyond the three-point arc. Warren cross-court Ellison. Extra pass for Black. Coming up high to defend is Ava Smith. Chases her out to the top of the key where she picks up the dribble. And the pass was thrown away. So Black throws it away, and that's now 5 second-half turnovers for the Otters. Keel in. Likewise, Hurst. Black out, so they'll get Keel back at the point here for Fergus Falls. Under 9 minutes to play, 8:55 remaining, and the Otters saw the lead to 17. Got chipped down to single digits, 39-28 on the Park Region scoreboard. Ava Smith up top, hands it off Karlgaard. She'll fire for 3 and knock it down. 10 here in the second half for Karlgaard. 39-31. The Otters lead single digits again at 8. Keel left wing. Now up top, Carly Hurst. Hurst off a screen left side. Ellison, Klinner. Nearly knocked away, and it was battled away by Karlgaard. And last touch by Karlgaard. She was able to jump into the passing lane and knock it out of bounds. You see Karlgaard's 3 the previous possession. Ruby Ellison out as Hattie Fullhart back into the game for the Otters. 8:20 left, and the Lakers have kept this one in striking distance. Double screen set up high. Nice job to fight off the screen with Slipper. Double team on Keel. Pass gathered in by Klinner, far sideline. Now to the wing. Shot clock at 3, 2, 1. Fullhart hurries a shot top of the key and missed it. And that should be a shot clock violation, and it is. A shot over 2 defenders. A hurried shot at that. Did not hit the rim. So a shot clock violation. Turnover number 6 for the Otters here in the second half. 8 minutes remaining. And a chance for the Lakers to pack away at this deficit. They trail 39-31. Omberg up top. Ava Smith catches up high. Dribble handoff Karlgaard. Back for Smith. Works her way right, blocks. Double team comes. Keeps the pivot foot. Turns and scores. She looked to kick it back out and then able to keep that pivot foot, shoot and score. 39-33 Otters. Fullhart to the short corner with it. Has picked up her dribble. Fires back out. Caught by Keel. Keel will drive. Gets to the left, blocks. Layup is good. And a foul. Hung on the rim for a second, but Keel able to take it with the left hand and score. The top of the key. Able to work her way around a pair of defenders. Keel's first points of the game coming at a huge time. Omberg to foul her first. The lead back to 8 for the Otters at 41-33. On the Park Region scoreboard, Keel, free throw missed. Cannot convert on the free throw. Free throw woes for the Otters tonight. Karlgaard the rebound. Karlgaard 10 second half points. 10 of the Lakers' 19 points here in the second half. 41-33 Fergus Falls on the Park Region scoreboard. Martin, free throw line. Has not put it to the floor yet. She won't. Omberg, top of the key with it. Omberg heads right. Switched defensively. She was met by Hurst. Dribbled it off her leg and out of bounds. Turnover number 15 for Detroit Lakes. And 5 here in the second half. So back to Fergus Falls. 7 minutes remaining. 41-33. Fergus Falls with the lead. They led by 11 at the half. Biggest lead, 17. Keel right wing. Now drops it off a screen. Ellison, three-pointer, is short, front iron. Warren trying to save it and cannot get to it in time. Back to Detroit Lakes. So Ellison has cooled off a bit. Still 17 points to lead all scores. Scoreboard has her for 19. I have her for 17. 10 each for Smith and Karlgaard to lead Detroit Lakes. They'll go double high. Martin now back up top. Karlgaard. Karlgaard crossover dribble. Otters man-to-man defensively. Lob over the top is fronting on Smith was Hurst and comes away with a steal and a turnover. Back come the Otters with Keel. Quickly to the corner. Ellison head and shoulder fake. Cross court open. 3. Presley Warren is up and hits. Warren hits her second 3. It's 44-33. The Otter lead is back to 11. We'll take a second look at that before we will pause. There's the open 3 there and a timeout. It is a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. 6:15 to go, second half on the Park Region scoreboard. 44-33 Otters over Detroit Lakes. We're back in a moment.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare. The Lakers with 1 timeout remaining. The Otters with 3, and now you've got the lead back to double figures. And imagine for Coach Josh Steer, you've got to look in the last 6 minutes. Here's your chance to close it out. Karlgaard, right side. Okeson inside the arc with 17 is short. Missed everything and out of bounds. For the Otters, it will be Ellison, Keel, Hurst, Fullhart, and Presley Warren. And again, chance for the Otters to close it out and try to move to 3-0 early. Right side with it, Keel, ball above her head, pass fake. Cross-court feed. Extra pass. Warren. Warren drives, left blocks, able to lean in. Shot no good. And a rebound taken by Karlgaard. Karlgaard with it. Trying to step through. Puts it up. Shot into the paint, no good. Smith offensive rebound. She'll score. Ava Smith, 12.6 rebounds, 44-35. The Otter lead is 9. 5.5 to play on the Park Region scoreboard. Cross-court. Off a screen. Open 3. Warren. And missed it long. Smith the rebound, 1 shot, and that's it as the Otters come up empty. Karlgaard up top with it. 5:15 remaining, 9-point advantage. Pass left side. And if you're Detroit Lakes, you got to be pretty efficient here down the stretch. Can't have too many empty possessions. Martin forced back to the 3-point arc. Well, the Otters pressuring the perimeter and the ball handler as the shot by Okeson no good. Crowded paint, she grabs the rebound, kick out Karlgaard, head on 3, front iron no good, ball loose, and the rebound taken by Carly Hurst. Down floor comes Fergus Falls. Keel, dribble handoff, Warren left wing, we're inside of 5 minutes to go, cross-court feed, Ellison, now Hurst, deep in the right wing for Keel, still 20 to shoot for the Otters, she'll work her way back to the top of the key. Hurst held to 4 points tonight. Keel open, spots up, 3-pointer, and too strong. Rattles out. Martin the rebound, her 4th. Now J.C. Slipper front court. Slipper picks up her dribble. Now for Karlgaard. Entry pass. They were fronting on Smith. Intercepted by Hurst. Second time she's been able to steal a post-entry look by fronting on Smith. Right wing 3. It's good for Ruby Ellison. Her 6th 3 of the game. Could that be an early dagger? 47-35 Fergus Falls. To the right wing with it, Karlgaard. Pass out, fingertip catch, Martin between the circles. Now left wing. On the drive, underneath Okeson, and a foul called. Pushing a foul. So take a peek at that 3 on the other end. Ellison thought about it, and finally a rip cord on one. Foul in Fergus Falls, it'll be number 3 on Presley Warren. team fouls in the half now. 4 for the Otters, 6 for Detroit Lakes. In for Fergus Falls, Edie Helgeson. 5'7" freshman number 24 is in the lineup. She'll defend on Slipper. Bounce pass, backdoor look inside, shot blocked. Hurst got a hand on that shot as they denied Karlgaard. With a basket cut on the backside, got denied. Fullhart now near corner with it for Black. Fullhart has it. Cross-court feed. There's Ellison. She'll fire again for 3. That one spins off no good. Hurst could not secure the rebound. And the ball out of bounds to Detroit Lakes. Boy, one more 3 there, and you might have had a chance to put this on ice. Girls basketball final. 70-30. Hillcrest beat Battle Lake tonight. 29 for Elsa Retzloff as the Comets pick up the win. 3:10 to play. Left wing inside the arc is Slipper. Free throw line for Smith. Smith gets cut off. Needs somewhere to go. Muscles her way in on Hurst. That's a charge. It's an offensive foul. So on the player control foul, Smith picks up her 4th. She wanted to kick it back out, but it was good off-ball defense by the Otters, so she just tried to bulldog her way into Carly Hurst to no avail. So number 4 on Smith, 3 minutes to go, and the Otters now with a 12-point advantage, 47-35. Helgeson works her way up top. Now for Hurst. Drops it right side, taken there by Grace Black. Black now up top. Ball fake by Fullhart. Left wing, Ruby Ellison. Ellison knifes her way in. Scoop shot up and no good. Hurst battling for the loose ball. Okeson gets there and a jump ball. Jump ball, possession light. It will belong to the Otters. 20 to shoot and 2:42 remaining here inside the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse at Detroit Lakes High School tonight. Otters have not trailed. Had the lead to 15. Was their biggest first half lead. It was 25-14 at the half. Closest the Lakers have gotten is 8 here in the second half. Ellison, Fullhart, cut off there by Smith. Got to be careful with the 4 fouls. Kick out, back for Black. 12 to shoot. Crossover free throw line. Finds a lane. Had the ball. Lost it. Fullhart down to her knees with it. Helgeson back out. 3 and good for Ruby Ellison again. Ellison, they kept the loose ball alive. She was ready left wing. 7 threes tonight for Ellison. We take a peek at it as they send it back out as they kept that loose ball alive, and Ellison buries it. And a timeout. Timeout Otters will pause. It is a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. 50-34 Fergus Falls. We're back after this.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
50-35 Fergus Falls. Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare. Stick around in our post-game report. We'll have our Quality Player of the Game presented to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls. I have 20. The board is 25. I have 23 for Ruby Ellison. Fullhart with 6. Presley Warren with 9. Keel 2. Hurst with 4. So Fullhart and Hurst have been held to 10 points combined, but Ruby Ellison to the rescue tonight with 23. 2:18 left. Otters by 15. Slipper, man-to-man defense by Fergus Falls. And again, defend, don't foul. They do have some fouls to give, but you can play defense without being so handsy. Martin on the drive, Karlgaard. Baseline, pass out, stolen by Hurst and a turnover. Empty possession there by the Lakers. So a chance for the Otters. No need to be in a hurry unless you get a wide open layup. Ellison free throw line. Nice look inside for Hurst, and the shot no good. Deflected, saved, good hustle. Ellison, Fullhart pulls up left of the paint from 10. That's no good. Smith, her 8th rebound for Detroit Lakes. 2 good looks. but they came up empty. Karlgaard wide open as Sievertson to the corner for three, and she knocks it down. Lakers just one timeout left. Sievertson has 5 points. It is now 50-38 Fergus Falls. We're inside of 90 seconds to play. Here's Black. Stutter step dribble. Ellison left wing. She's open. She's going to try another one. She's got another one. How about 8 threes for Ruby Ellison? What a night. 53-38 Otters. 1:07 to go as Karlgaard on the drive around 2 defenders, and Karlgaard, tough take, and scores and a foul. Boy, a nice job there as she able to get past the first defender. Help defender arriving late. Hurst will pick up her third. Team foul 5 against the Otters. Keel is back in. 53-40. Well, the Lakers got to 40 the other night against Pequod Lakes. Free throws missed. The three-point play opportunity, but getting the rebound is Okeson, and she'll score. So it ends up being a 4-point possession. 53-42 Otters, final minute of play. Here's Hurst on the drive all the way to the rim, and she'll score. They beat the Lakers back in transition. 6 for Hurst. 55-42 Fergus Falls. 47 seconds in rolling here in the second half. Slipper to the high post. Now out of the paint. Uses up her dribble. Now for Okeson. Up top Smith. Heads left on the dribble. They deny on the dribble handoff. Karlgaard. 30 seconds remaining. Lob. Left blocks. Double team to Smith. Smith now faces up. Shot no good. Rebound number 7 for Ellison. And the shot clock dark. Should be able to run the clock out here. Keel will dribble out back towards midcourt. And we'll see if the Lakers will try and foul here. And now Hurst. And they will let the Otters dribble out the clock here. It's Fullhart. One pretty at times, but the Otters find a way to get it done tonight, and they'll pick up the victory. Ruby Ellison was the big reason why. 8 3-pointers on the night for Ellison. She finishes, by my numbers, with 26 points, and the Otters pick up the win. So Fergus Falls goes to 3-0 on the season. The Lakers drop to 0-2. So the Otters pick up the victory. Stay tuned. We'll have our post-game report coming up here in just a matter of moments. Final score in this one. We'll have our quality player of the game as part of our post-game report. Final score, there you see it. Otters to 3-0. Fergus Falls 55 and Detroit Lakes 42.
The 2025 model year closeout pricing has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have just a handful of new 2025 Chevy and Buick vehicles remaining, and all of them are at their lowest prices of the year. From the Chevy Blazer to the Buick Enclave, you won't want to miss out on these great deals. Contact the sales team for more information.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
As we return here to Lake Shirts Fieldhouse at Detroit Lakes High School as the Otters pick up the victory tonight. 3-0 now for the Fergus Falls Otters in a 55-42 win over the Detroit Lakes Lakers. As up next for the Otters, taking a peek at what they've got coming up. We'll get that here in just a second as they're off to a 3-0 start. Of course, 21 wins last year and beat Detroit Lakes in both meetings last year, 76-15 in Fergus Falls just after Christmas, and then here at the Lake Shirts Gymnasium, a 67-23 victory. So the Otters moved to 3-0 on the young season here, as again, it wasn't pretty at times. Had a little trouble trying to figure out that zone defense, how to attack that, and the officials kind of allowing them to, be physical. Well, really both teams to be physical, and really for the most part. The Otters will step out of region play. In fact, they'll face Jamestown, North Dakota, the Jamestown Blue Jays at home on Tuesday night. And then a key section in Central Lakes Conference matchup on the 11th at Alexandria. Meantime, for Detroit Lakes, look at their schedule coming up as we'll pull that up here for you. It'll be coming up here in a moment as they drop to 0-2 on the young season. They will be at Bemidji coming up on Tuesday night, and then down at Cold Spring to face Ricori on the 11th. Next game here at the Lake Shirts Gymnasium will be on the 16th when they take on the Alexandria Cardinals. Final numbers in this one tonight for the victorious Otters as Carly Hurst saddled by foul trouble in the first half, and for a good chunk of the game. And she and Hattie Fullhart combined for 12 points, 6 each. Ruby Ellison came up large. The first 9 points of the game. She had 14 in the first half and hit 4 more three-pointers. She had 8 threes for the game, finishing with 26 points. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 4 block shots tonight to lead the way for the Fergus Falls Otters. 9 for Presley Warren, hit a big 3 late in the second half. 9 for Warren, 6 for Carly Hurst, blocked a shot tonight. Hattie Fullhart, 6 points, 3 rebounds. 3 points for Grace Black, and the 9th grader Black had to play really some significant minutes, as with Keel getting into foul trouble, she had to handle a lot of minutes at the point, probably a good 10 to 11 minutes in the first half. Black finishes with 3 points. 3 points as well for Elizabeth Clinert, and 2 for Reese Keel tonight. 3 rebounds and a block shot for Keel. And there your final total for the Otters. They finish with 55. From the free throw line, the Otters in the second half a little bit better, 3 of 4. They finish at 4 of 10 from the stripe. Carly Hurst goes 2 of 2. Keel 0 for 1. Clinert 1 for 2. Presley Warren 1 for 1. Grace Black 0 for 2. Hattie Fullhart went 0 for 2. Team fouls against the Otters. They finish with a grand total tonight of 14, 5 in the second half. Hurst with 4. Actually, correction, Hurst with 3. Keel with 3. Warren 3. 2 for Fullhart. 1 for Black. That's Ella Black. 1 for Ruby Ellison. And 1 for Elizabeth Clinert. Turnover-wise, 6 in the second half for Fergus Falls, and the Otters finish with 15. Leading rebounder by our numbers was Ellison with 7, and she also had 4 block shots. For Detroit Lakes, they had a pair of players in double figures, as Sophia Karlgaard, 12 points, all in the second half. As Karlgaard had a 3-point play, knocked down a 3 as well. She finished with 12 points and 3 rebounds. Ava Smith, 12 points and 8 rebounds. 9 points, 5 rebounds for Kylie Okeson. 5 points for Marie Severson, and 4 for J.C. Slipper. The only bench points for Detroit Lakes, 5 from Severson. And for the Otters, bench points tonight, they had 6. 3 from Clinert and 3 from Grace Black. 42 is the final total here for Detroit Lakes. As from the free throw line in the second half, they went 2 for 4. And for the game, they go 7 of 12, 58% from the stripe. Severson 2 of 2. Karlgaard 1 of 2. Okeson went 3 of 6. And Slipper 1 of 2. Team fouls on Detroit Lakes. Tallying up those final numbers, they had 14, 6 in the second half, as They had 4 from Smith, 3 from Marion Martin, 2 for J.C. Slipper and Kylie Okeson, 1 each for Marie Sievertson, Maya Umberg, and Sophia Karlgaard. Leading rebounder was Smith with 8. Martin had 4, Okeson 5, and turnovers 8 for Detroit Lakes, and they finished with 18 for the game. The Otters took a 9-0 lead, thanks in part to 3 3-pointers from Ruby Ellison, never trailed tonight. It was 25-14 Fergus Falls at halftime. The lead grew to 17, a 9-0 run by Detroit Lakes. They got it down to 8 a couple of different times in the second half, but really couldn't get over that hump. 8 was as close as it got, as the Otters getting a key 3-pointer from Warren, a couple of big threes from Ellison, and were able to just keep the Otters at arm's length, as in the second half it was 30-28 in favor of the Otters. Fergus Falls wins it tonight by a score of 55-42. We will take one final break, as we will put a bow on this one and finish things up with our player of the game, presented to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Otters win tonight 55-42 in Detroit Lakes. We'll wrap it up in a moment.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe, with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Fergus Falls wins tonight, 55-42, as we put a bow on this one. We'll get to our Quality Toyota Player of the Game, presented to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics is your apparel source for personalized printed or embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. That's Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls, 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call them at 998-4027, 998-4027. Well, I think our undisputed champion got to be Ruby Ellison tonight, as Carly Hurst got in first half foul trouble and never really got in rhythm, I think, completely tonight offensively, as the Lakers did a nice job taking her away. Same thing goes for Hattie Fullhart. Held to 6 points. Points had to come from somewhere, and those points came early, late, and often from Ruby Ellison tonight. 26 points is what we had her for. 8 3-pointers for Ellison. She had 7 rebounds and blocked 4 shots. What a great all-around game for Ellison. But when they needed big shots. Again, she got the first 9 points of the game, had the first 11 for the Otters, 14 first half, and then hit 4 more three-pointers. She finished with 8 from beyond the arc tonight as the Otters, as a team, knocked down 10. Ruby Ellison had 8 threes tonight, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 4 block shots. She is our Quality Player of the Game, presented to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. That'll do it tonight here from the Lake Shirts Gymnasium. Great facility, and thanks for coming along with us tonight. For Dave Bishop, working things behind the scenes. Come on, Dave. Right there. Of course, our sponsors, and whether you tuned in radio side or via the video stream tonight, we appreciate you coming along with us as well. Brad Anderson with you as your final score one more time on the Park Region scoreboard. 3-0 for the Otter girls. Fergus Falls wins it tonight by a score of 55-42 from Detroit Lakes. Enjoy your weekend, and so long.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRF Sports video streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, the Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otter Tail Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches Embroidery. We hope you enjoyed this KBRF video sports streaming presentation. You can see this game and others by going to kbrfradio.com, clicking on sports streaming.